Hello, my little hummingbirds. Thank you for coming into my garden today. Now, today I'm going to talk on a subject, and I want to honor my dear sweet sister, Yvonne, who passed away. She was so dear to me, and I wrote something for her. This is my sister, Yvonne, okay? This is her. My dear sweet sister Yvonne. She passed away with lupus, but she went on a journey to and through lupus. Okay? Yvonne and I had a bond that will never be broken. Okay? And I'm honoring her today, and I'm honoring her by wearing white today. And even in the picture, she had on white. And I didn't do that on purpose. So today, I want to read this because she meant the world to me, and she still means the world to me. This is called Sister. My dear sister, who loves me through thick and thin, who listens when no one else would. My dear sister, will you stand by me when I'm sick and dying? Will you stand by me as I lose my best friend? My dear sister, will you stand by me if I get on your nerves? Sister, I know you're just a phone call away. Sister, I want you to know I am just a phone call away. Sister, will you stick by me even when no one else will? Sister, my dear sister, you have taught me so much through your struggles of life. My sister, you are my best friend. You are my sister. Hugs and kisses and lots of love from me to you, my sister, Yvonne. Now, my sister, Yvonne, she taught me so much. She said, Tat, because she called me Tat. She said, I want you to know that, I don't want you to get caught up in the darkness. I don't want you to get caught up in the lower energies of how other people are, where they hate you and persecute you, pick at you and ridicule you. I want you to shine your white light. That's what she said. Shine your white light all through your home, through everyone that's around you, around your family members. And sometimes we forget about those things that my dear sister Yvonne was trying to let us know before she passed away. My sister, she was my best friend. We would write prayers together. I would get up every morning and write prayers. And I would call my dear sister Yvonne and say, Yvonne, listen to this and tell me what you think about this. And I would read it to her. And as I'm reading it to her, she was busy typing it up as I was talking. And then she would read it back to me. And I would say, oh my God, Yvonne, that is so beautiful. Because I asked her to read it back to me because I wanted to hear it from somebody else's mouth, And she said, Tat. She would call me Tatty Wet. Tatty Wet. She said, those are your words. Those belong to you. I said, oh, Yvonne, are those mine? And she said, yes, they are. Tat, they are so beautiful. And Yvonne and I would work diligently. Like every time I would get a prayer throughout the day, even, I would call her and I would say, Yvonne, this is what God gave me. What do you think about this? And we would discuss it, what she thought it meant. And I would tell other people. I had, a best friend, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is a friend of mine. I take care of her. But and hello, Miss Elizabeth. That's one of my residents. But my sister Yvonne, she cheered me on. She was my cheerleader. And she said, Tat, you have to get this out there. You cannot sit on this, because these are words from God. And we both inspired each other, because she started writing her book on her near-death experience, where when she was going through her lupus, she had a near-death experience, and God showed her different things that was going to happen in the family. Different things where she thought that it was bad. God didn't think it was that bad. He didn't think it was bad. And things that we thought were really good, God didn't think was all that good. And my sister told me, I sit at her feet because I honored her so much. And she told me, she said, Tat, God showed me. He opened my head up and showed me deep inside of us, we have heaven, earth, different galaxies within us. She said, oh, I didn't know how, how much we are worth. I didn't know that we were that powerful. And I sit and I listen to my sister, especially when she talked about the white light of God. And I don't use it as often as I should, and I'm going to start using it, because my sister spoke nothing but the truth. And she left back here 3 beautiful boys, and she has a host of grandchildren. And every last one of them, I see her in them. And her boys, Solomon and Gregory and Solomon, those boys they turn out to be amazing men, both of them. And we just want to keep prayer over her youngest son, Aaron. We need to ask for a prayer to be over him at all times. Ask God to shield him with his white light. And I pray that every day. But I love all 3 of those boys, those young men. They're no longer boys. I call them boys because that's my sister's boys. But they are young, they are men, strong men, with beautiful kids that they take care of so faithfully. And I honor them for that. And I'm making this video today because she needs to be honored by our Trice side. She needs to be honored because she came back with a message for us. And a lot of people wouldn't listen. But now, I'm going to tell some of the things that she told me about her near-death experiences and what she was saying would happen to our family if we didn't show each other love and kindness and peace. And don't gossip and don't talk about each other, especially to anyone else, because all that does is sow division. So I am coming to you in honor of my dear sister. She told me when I was growing up, and then I got to be a teenager, and then I got to be grown, got my own little place and stuff. She told me, she said, Tat, if I tell you something, make sure that this stay between you and I. Don't go around telling everyone what I tell you, what we speak about, because that becomes gossip. She said, so if I tell you something and I hear it from somebody else, then I will never tell you anything again. She said, because there's some people that's sitting around calling you a fire starter, and I'm going to tell you that I trust you right now enough to tell you the stuff that I'm telling you. And this just stays between us. And when my sister told me that, because of what I grew up with, where, you love everybody so much, and you didn't really want people talking about each other and stuff, but yet you get in it by saying, well, this person said this, and this. And then you go back to another person and say, well, she said this, and this. But you didn't mean to start stuff up, but you did by telling what somebody else said. So that's why we need to be careful about what someone tells you. You don't need to be going around telling everybody else what that person tells you, because you're just as bad as the person that's going around spreading the rumors. So my dear sister Yvonne taught me to don't be going around talking about what somebody tells you, because that causes problems and it starts up stuff. And I kept that so sacred to my heart, and I honor her for letting me know that, because I was a kid. I was the baby of the family, and I was used to people doing that because that's what they did. But my sister took me up under her wings, and she learned who I was, and I learned who she was. And we found out there was nobody like her, and there was nobody like me as far as she was concerned. And I miss my sister, because I could go to her and talk about anything. I could go to her and talk about the bad stuff that was happening in my life with Elizabeth's father. But she never judged me. She never picked at me. She would state her opinion, but she would never, ever pick at me or make me feel like I was less than her. Her and I would always lift each other up. And I am so grateful and thankful for the relationship that we had, because it was genuine. It was authentic. And she taught me about spiritual things. She taught me how to heal by putting your hands on a person and touching them. One time I had a mole on my neck and it was turning black, and she put her hand on my neck, and I never had that problem again, because she asked for the Lord of Hosts to help her with that healing. So today, you guys, I just honor my sister. And I want to thank her for what she taught me. To be a good person. To love instead of hate. To forgive instead of being angry and being hateful. Because all that does in the end is mess with you, deep inside of you. My sister was everything to me, and she's still everything to me. And it's almost like she's coming back to me through her boys, because her two older sons, Gregory and Solomon. Solomon called me first to ask me, Aunt Ted, are you okay? And I said, yes, I am. And I got teary-eyed, because to me that was like my sister calling me. And then the next couple of days, see, this touched my heart. And I told you guys I will be real. And then the next couple of days, her oldest son called me. And he said, Aunt Ted, I just want to make sure you're okay. Are you okay, Aunt Ted? I just want to make sure you're okay. And I said, yes, Gregory, I'm good. And then he told me, guys, I honor him. I honor Solomon. I honor Gregory. And Gregory told me, and I didn't know this, but he told me, he said, my mom told me, like before she died, that she wanted me to watch out for you, because you're going to go through some things. And she wanted me to be there with you, standing behind you, standing beside you, 100%. And see, Gregory don't know that when he said that, that was like my sister coming to me, telling me that she's here with me. No matter if nobody else is not here with me. My sister Yvonne, my sister, is here with me, still loving me up in heaven. And she told me, she said, Ted, I can help you more now that I'm gone than I could help you when I was there on earth. And I see that what she was saying was the truth. I never doubted it. But I see that it's real. People don't think that it's not real, that your loved ones are not there and they don't love you. I want to show you a picture of her again, okay? This is my dear sister, Yvonne. She meant the world to me, and still do. And her boys and her grandchildren mean the world to me. And I'm going to read this again before I get off of here, and then I'm going to go into a prayer. Because she's everything to me. She means everything. She means the world to me. She is here in my heart, but I feel her. And there's times I can smell her sweet perfume that only she had. And just before I went through all that stuff, her son Gregory put a picture on Facebook, and I took a picture of it. I went to Walgreens and got a picture taken of it and put it right up on my shelf just before my all the bad started happening, okay? But I'm going to go back into this. I'm going to read this again. This is dedicated to my sister Yvonne. Sister, my dear sister, who loves me through thick and thin, who listens when no one else will. My dear sister, will you stand by me when I am sick and dying? And I did. Will you stand by me as I lose my best friend? And she did. My dear sister, will you stand by me if I get on your nerves? And we did. Sister, I know you are just a phone call away. Sister, I want you to know that I am a phone call away. Sister, will you stick by me even when no one else will? And she is, and she did. Sister, my dear sister, you have taught me so much through your struggles of life, my sister, and she did. You are my best friend. She was. You are my sister. Hugs and kisses and lots of love from me to you, my sister. So today, I'm going to say this prayer, and I'm going to ask for a blessing to come over my nephews and their families and their wives and their children from their mother, Yvonne. Okay? Because when you see me, you see her. When you've seen her, you've seen me. And I just want to say this blessing to my boys, my beautiful, beautiful boys. I am sending you this blessing straight from heaven's door. And I love you guys. I love you guys. And remember to send each other light and love. White light and love. I ask that you guys keep your love strong like you were when you were little boys, because you are stronger together than you are apart. I love you guys with everything. I bless you guys. I bless your families. And please take care of Aaron. I am coming to you today because my sister loves me so. And I'm letting my sister know that she's coming back home. I told you I would help you. And I am, through my boys. Thank you, boys, for standing by my dear sister. Thank you for keeping her safe and keeping her warm and giving her the love that she needs and the love that she gives. I'm sending this blessing over you guys right now. Healing,